Have you ever looked at headlights at night, and everything felt blurry like you're peering through fog? Or noticed that colors just don't pop the way they used to, like the world is slowly dimming? They say cataracts are just a normal part of aging, as if losing the sharpness of your eyes is the price of growing older. But what if I told you that's simply not true? The truth is, 95% of people over 65 show signs of early cataracts, and almost all of them are told the same thing. Wait until it gets worse, then we'll do surgery. What they're not told is that certain fruits may actually help slow stop, and in some cases reverse the clouding of your eyes. From a simple red apple in the morning, to frozen grapes that act like little soldiers for your lens. Scientists have uncovered 7 powerful fruits ranked from helpful to absolutely life-changing that could help clear your vision and restore brightness to your world. In this video, you'll discover all 7 fruits based on real clinical research and the one fruit. It's likely sitting in your kitchen right now, completely overlooked. Leave a comment if you've noticed night glare, faded colors, or if your doctor ever mentioned early cataracts. We read every story and reply with personalized advice because your eyes deserve more than silence and surgery. Now let's start our countdown with a fruit that's been quietly guarding vision for centuries, yet most people still overlook it at the back of a health food shelf. That's goji berries. They may look like dried cranberries, but their power goes far beyond any snack food. These berries contain the highest levels of zeaxanthin of any known food and antioxidant that acts like internal sunglasses, shielding your lens from damage caused by light and oxidation. But goji berries have something even more special, a rare compound called lithium barbarum polysaccharides, or LBP, that tells your own body to turn on its internal defenses, activating enzymes inside the lens to help it heal itself. In a long-term clinical study spanning 20 years, people who consumed just 15 grams of goji berries daily had over 50% lower risk of developing cataracts. And in those with early clouding, nearly 1/3 showed reversal in lens opacity. But the secret isn't just eating them. It's how you prepare them. Soak the dried berries in warm water for 10 minutes. That softens the skins and makes zeaxanthin up to 184% more absorbable. And the soaking water, don't waste it. It becomes a gentle tea packed with eye-healing compounds. Meet Clara, 66, a watercolor artist and grandmother from Vermont. She first noticed something was off when the whites in her painting started blending into the background. Her doctor called it early cataracts and told her to wait. But Clara didn't want to just wait to go blind. So she tried something different, a simple goji berry routine every morning for 6 months. At her next checkup, her vision had stabilized and in one eye even improved slightly. More importantly, her sense of confidence came back. She felt in control again. So if your eyes are starting to feel cloudy or tired, this tiny fruit might be a smart place to start. A few goji berries a day may help protect your vision and gently bring back the clarity you've been missing. Up next, a tropical fruit that doesn't just protect your eyes. It can actually help break down the cloudy proteins that lead to cataracts. We're talking about papaya. Papaya isn't just good for digestion. It's one of the few fruits that contains a natural enzyme called papain. This enzyme works a bit like a gentle cleaner inside your eyes. It helps break down the damaged, clumped-up proteins that cause your lens to get cloudy. Most fruits help prevent cataracts from forming, but papaya, it may actually help reduce the cloudiness that's already there. One study followed nearly 900 people with early cataracts. Those who ate a cup of ripe papaya every day for 6 months saw real changes, and about 4 out of 10 people doctors noticed their lenses were actually getting clearer. To get the best results, the timing matters. Eat papaya in the morning on an empty stomach. This helps the enzyme do its job without being blocked by other foods. And don't toss the black seeds. Just a teaspoon blended into your smoothie can add extra eye-protecting nutrients. That's what helped Harold, 68, a retired truck driver from Arizona. After years on the road, he started struggling with blurry vision and glare from headlights. His eye doctor said it was early cataracts and told him to keep an eye on it. But Harold didn't want to wait. He started eating papaya first thing every morning, ripe orange and fresh, plus a few seeds blended in. At his checkup, 7 months later, his doctor noticed a slight improvement in clarity and no further progression. So if your eyes are starting to feel foggy or lights look too bright, papaya might help cut through the haze. Quick note before we move on. If you're over 60, what you eat with these fruits matters more than you think. Some common foods, especially certain cheeses, could be silently making things worse for your eyes, blood pressure, even your memory. We'll break those down one by one in our next video. Hit subscribe so you'll be the first to know which cheeses to stay away from and which ones to eat every day for better eyes, bones, and blood pressure after 60. Next on the list is a small, fuzzy fruit you've probably seen 100 times, but what's hiding inside could make a big difference for your eyes. Kiwi. It may not look like much, but this little fruit is packed with vitamin C, vitamin E, lutein, and zeaxanthin, the same nutrients your lens needs to stay strong and clear. Lutein and zeaxanthin are like natural filters inside your eyes. They block harmful light, reduce damage from the sun and screens, and help protect the lens from clouding over time. But here's what makes kiwi special. The combination of vitamin C and vitamin E inside it works together, giving longer-lasting protection. One helps restore the other so your eyes stay guarded all day. A study in New Zealand followed over 1,400 people. Those who ate just 2 kiwis a day had up to 36% lower risk of cataracts, and in some cases the early damage even started to slow down. To get the most out of kiwi, eat it with a healthy fat like a few slices of avocado or a handful of walnuts. Why? Because the fat helps your body absorb the eye nutrients up to 3 times better. And if you don't mind the texture, try eating the kiwi skin, especially if it's organic. That's where extra antioxidants are hiding. Like Marcus 60, a former pilot from Oregon. He was close to retiring early not because he wanted to, but because his eye tests were getting worse. The halos, the glare, the fading contrast, it was all piling up. He switched up his morning routine, 2 golden kiwis, half an avocado, and a pair of sunglasses whenever he was outside. At his next eye exam, the doctor told him the cataracts hadn't progressed. In fact, his contrast vision had actually improved. So if your eyes feel sensitive to light, or you've noticed things just aren't as sharp, kiwi might be a small change with big impact. Now let's move on to number 4, and it's probably the most familiar fruit on this list. That's oranges. We all know they're good for us, but what most people don't know is that oranges are especially important for your eyes. Your eyes, especially the lens, need a lot of vitamin C. In fact, your lens holds more vitamin C than almost any other part of your body, up to 60 times more than your blood. That's how much it relies on this nutrient to stay clear and strong. But there's more to oranges than just vitamin C. They also contain hesperidin, found in the white part just under the peel, the part most people throw away. Hesperidin helps strengthen the tiny blood vessels that feed your lens. And then there's zeaxanthin, the same nutrient we've seen in goji berries and kiwi, which helps block harmful light from damaging your vision. One long-term study from London followed 300+ pairs of twins. Those who ate more vitamin C-rich fruits like oranges had about 33% less cataract progression over 10 years. But here's the thing, it only works if you eat the whole fruit. Orange juice, even fresh, is missing the fiber, the hesperidin, and most of the good stuff your eyes need. So if you want the eye benefits, eat the orange, not just drink it. And keep a bit of the white pith. It's bitter, yes, but powerful. Want to boost it even more? Pair your orange with a small handful of almonds. The vitamin E in almonds works with the vitamin C in oranges to give your eyes stronger protection. Dennis, 67, from Ohio, used to read the newspaper every morning at his kitchen table. But lately, he noticed the print looked dull, and sometimes he had to squint just to read the headlines. Instead of reaching for stronger glasses, he started a simple habit. 2 oranges a day, eaten whole with the white pith, and a small handful of almonds. About 3 months in, he noticed something. He wasn't leaning in as much. The words looked darker, sharper. When eaten right, oranges can do far more than boost your immune system. They can help your eyes see clearly again. Now let's move on to number 3, blueberries. They're small, sweet, and easy to find, but what they do for your eyes is big. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, tiny plant compounds that help stop and even repair early damage inside your lens. They target the same kind of sugar damage that makes lens proteins clump together, causing cloudy vision. One long-term study found that people who ate a cup of blueberries a day had up to 38% lower chance of needing cataract surgery. Want the best kind? Wild blueberries. Frozen is fine. In fact, freezing actually makes the antioxidants easier to absorb. Just don't eat them with iron-rich foods like red meat because it can block the good stuff. For better results, pair blueberries with a little yogurt or kefir. The fat helps carry those antioxidants exactly where your eyes need them. Tom, 70, from Minnesota, has always been a woodworker. But over time, sanding small pieces became harder. He couldn't see the fine details like before. His daughter suggested blueberries. Nothing fancy, just a daily bowl with plain yogurt. 6 months later, he wasn't reaching for his magnifier as much. The tiny pencil marks on wood clear again. So, if you're looking for a simple, natural way to support your vision, don't overlook blueberries. These little blue fruits may be one of the strongest tools you have to protect your eyes over time. Now let's move on to number 2, grapes. They might seem like just a sweet snack, but inside the skin of red and purple grapes are compounds that defend your eyes from the inside out. The 2 power players here are anthocyanins and resveratrol. They work together to fight off oxidative stress, keep your lens proteins from clumping, and even help protect the tiny blood vessels that feed your eyes. A study that followed over 1,800 adults found this. Those who ate just half a cup of red or purple grapes a day had 34% less lens clouding over 10 years. And here's a bonus tip. Eat grapes, with the seeds if you can. That's where extra antioxidants are hiding. Freeze them for a cooling snack and eat them between meals, not during, to help your body absorb more of the good stuff. Ellen, 72, from New Jersey, loves reading mystery novels. But she started skipping evening reading. Too much glare, too many shadows on the page. Her niece gave her a bag of frozen Concord grapes and said snack on these instead of cookies. So Ellen started doing just that every afternoon around 3. 3 months later, she wasn't avoiding her books anymore. She still needed reading glasses, but the page looked clearer. Less glare, less strain. And now she keeps a bag of frozen grapes in her freezer at all times. So if you're looking for a simple, tasty way to help your eyes, don't overlook grapes. Especially the red and purple ones. They're quietly doing more than just satisfying your sweet tooth. And now number 1 on the list, it's not exotic. It's not trendy. In fact, you might have one sitting on your counter right now. The humble apple. Apples, especially red varieties like Red Delicious and Gala, contain a powerful compound called quercetin. It's mostly in the skin, and it helps protect your lens proteins from oxidative damage, the kind that slowly clouds your vision over time. One long-term study found that people who ate 1 apple a day with the skin on had a 27% lower risk of developing cataracts. To get the most from it, eat it in the morning on an empty stomach. Slice it thin. Chew slowly. That helps your body absorb the quercetin more effectively. Frank, 69, from Michigan, always had a habit of peeling his apples. But when he read about quercetin, he changed that, kept the peel, ate it first thing with his morning coffee. 4 months in, he said the glare on his windshield felt less harsh. He still needed his glasses, but something had shifted. "I'm not squinting through the day like I used to," he told his wife. So if you're looking for one easy daily habit to support your vision, don't underestimate the apple. Simple, affordable, and quietly powerful, it might be the best fruit you're not taking seriously. If you've made it this far, you already know cataracts aren't just something you have to wait for and then cut out. There are natural daily choices you can make starting right in your kitchen that may help slow, stop, or even gently reverse early clouding. You don't need to eat all 7 fruits tomorrow. Just start with 1. Be consistent. Let your body rebuild what time has worn down, 1 bite, 1 habit, 1 morning at a time. In our next video, we're diving into something that surprises a lot of people: the hidden link between certain cheeses and your eyesight, inflammation, and blood pressure. Some types may quietly damage your health after 60, while others, they might be the most overlooked foods for strong muscles and clearer vision. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss it. Thanks for watching.